Okay. All right. Let's see if this actually works. Oh, it's working. Actually live. See, this is why I don't stream. Oh, it is public. Cool. Alright. Let's save all this nonsense. Okay. Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's Scott here. Playing a little bit of Agent 64, a game that I've been playing off and on for a couple of nights, and thought it'd be fun just to fuck around for a little while, you know, add some questions in the chat and all that sort of stuff, and just play more of this because I really enjoy it. As you can see, I have a webcam up. I don't normally use webcams because I find them fucking annoying, but now you can see my mug in glorious 1080p. Aren't you glad that happened? Alright, I'm just going to pull up the chat so I can keep an eye on that one. I am blasting through this nugget because it is quite something else. And yeah, we're just going to chill out and play some stuff. Ah, there we go. I've actually got sound. All right. That there, so I can actually see what I'm doing. Yeah, so let's play some Agent 64. And for what it is, like I've been playing it for about an hour or so, and it's pretty damn cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely the throwback to N64 shooters that we. Now I'm already getting suggestions from YouTube. Lower your bitrate, you bitch. Fuck off. Anyway. Right, so. Are we actually going to work? Okay, Agent 64 is already broken. Oh, bloody hell. I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, so false start. The game stopped working with my controller. So let's fire that up again. I'm in the black void. Ah. Yeah, as you can tell, I don't really stream that often. So I make stupid comments such as this. Right, okay. Are we back in play now? Hey, nice. I'm going to delete this save because I'm only a few levels in and I just want to just blast through it as much as possible. Hello, Evie. Yes, I'm finally working. Hopefully the stream looks fine. We'll find out once we get moving. Yeah, so I just thought I'd chill out and fuck around and play some games for a bit. Just to, well, just connect with everyone. I haven't spoke live in a while. I haven't done any live streaming in a while. It's nothing that I don't really focus on streaming. It's something that I just do ad hoc for the hell of it, more than specifically stream every week. I know there's some content creators who do every fucking thing, and I don't know if I just, do they ever sleep? Yeah, there's plenty of people of that ilk who I've connected with throughout my time, and they stream, they YouTube, they TikTok, they do every goddamn thing. I'm like, Christ, it's like, is that actually successful? whatever. Yeah, this is definitely a perfect chilling game, and it's something that like I said, it came out yesterday, and straight away I instantly connected with it, because it's like, oh, this is the weirdest thing though. Like, this era of video games is where, you know, my brain started to come alive. Like, yeah, you know, I was born in the mid-80s, so I kind of caught the tail end of all that stuff, like the 8-bits and all that, and the 16, and definitely going into the 16-bits. But my revelry for gaming kind of started with the PlayStation. Like, yeah, I had a Mega Drive and a Master System and Atari 2600 and all that stuff beforehand, but I didn't have that aha moment until basically the 32-bit era. Hello, Bob. What up, secret agents? Yeah, so... And the thing is, like, yes, I played GoldenEye. I think we all played GoldenEye if we were a certain vintage. But I didn't... I enjoyed the multiplayer of GoldenEye. I didn't enjoy the single player. And then Perfect Dark came out, and that was like, oh my god. That was like the game. And it's the reason why I bought an N64. Problem is, I was kind of an idiot. I bought an N64, but I didn't get the expansion pack. So for like the first week, because I was getting paid weekly at the time, I'll tell you why I bought an N64 in a second. I had to play just, I think without the expansion pack, you could only play the multiplayer. And that was like incredibly limited. It was like 10 frames per second as well. Especially because of us PAL fucks, you know, no NTSC for us, so we had to play our games at like 25 frames per second, but whatever. So it took about a week for me to fully play the single player, but my god, I went down that landslide, that water slide a lot. I played a lot of Perfect Dark. Yeah, this is definitely more, it plays a lot like Perfect Dark as well. I've been jamming quietly on a Perfect Dark video. So this coming out when it does, because I was aware of it. I did play the demo a few months ago and thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, this is very Perfect Dark. But yeah, personally I prefer PD over GoldenEye. Anyway, yeah, the N64. The reason why I owned an N64 is because my very first, like, quote-unquote serious girlfriend left me for a bus driver. Well, she didn't technically leave me. I found her canoodling with this bus driver who was, like, double her age, who was, like, 16 at the time. And, of course, you know, 16, being in love, grand portrayal, and, you know, all that drama-y bullshit. And it was round about the time... It was her birthday, and I was going to get her, like, a decent present. I can't remember what I was going to get her. You know, like I said, it was a billion years ago. But around the same time, Perfect Dark came out on the N64. So I kind of just fucked it off. When, you know, I realised that, you know, my love life is over and my life is over, blah, 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 drama, etc. Turned around, went to my local music shop, which also sold video game stuff and DVDs. That's where I also found my love for wrestling and ECW and Japanese wrestling, because they would sell a lot of import DVDs as well, but whatever. Yeah, I bought an N64 from there with Perfect Dark, and you know that heartbreak, it became pretty much an obsession for like pretty much all summer. That's all I played was Perfect Dark. But yeah, this is just it's always the thing, like, we live in an era now where my generation they're basically taking inspiration from the games of their childhoods or their teenage hoods, if you will, and now they're just making their own send-ups, you know. this type of game was left in the dust 20 odd years ago. So leave it to indie devs to think, you know what, we could do a new one of those. And yeah, this is, if this was made by Rare, I would have believed you. Amsterdam. I really enjoyed that video. Quite surprised the balls. Oh, excuse me. Quite surprised the balls of the company who made that game. But that's like perfect nuggetry as well, because that is something that I never heard of before. But it's such a wild ass story, it makes perfect for a video. Because the weak person would have just made a Halo video, but nah. You know, that's... now people are aware of Amsterdam, and I downloaded it, so I don't know if there will be a video of it from me, but it's one of those things like, oh, okay, I gotta have a look at this shit now. Amsterdam 64, yeah. But yeah, I think I've played this up to the chapter 2. But yeah, this was like straight away like, oh, this is what I want right now. But then, what was I saying? Yeah, the age of... If there isn't people making send-ups of these games from yesteryear, we're now in the age of people porting and recomping games to PC and to modern platforms. And yeah, there's still a lot of... There's a rise of people just using AI to code these types of recomps, which I'm not particularly interested in because, alright, if you're an amateur coder, fine, but I'd rather have someone who is a super fan of this shit and really like gets in the nitty gritty to make a PC recomp. Like the Perfect Dark one, the PD186, I think it's called. You know, that thing is just, oh, sweet. You can play the game, you know, mouse and keyboard or with joypad, you know, high frame rate. You're not at like 15, 20 FPS like you were on the N64. You know, it's lovely. Oh yeah, there's loads of environmental... This is... Yeah. I'll show you in a second, actually. Once I've gunned down these guys. I love this pistol as well. It reminds me of the Falcon from Perfect Dark. Or is it... Was it Falcon? Oh, I think that might have been Goldeneye. Yeah, so the damage is very, like, Perfect Dark. Everything just explodes. There's, like, a random crate just goes bang. It's such a fun detail. If you are a mod or deleted my message, Scott knows who I am and loves... Oh, hello, Woodlin. Long time no see. Yeah, so this is like coming at a real nice time because like Perfect Dark being recomped. Well, even just having it available outside of the Xbox bullshit as well is nice. Even though the remaster of that was, if you want to call it remaster, on the 360 and then Rare Replay on, well, on Xbox One X plays pretty well. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's very much Matrix era. Like this whole like pocket of the gaming world at the time was just like so Matrix fucking coded. Yeah, this is like full. I love this game because it's yes, it's a send up, but it's also unapologetically a send up. It's giving you that, you know, in Alternative dimension, this could have been Perfect Dark 3. Or GoldenEye 2, if you want to be like that. And it's very happy in what it is. It's not trying to dress it up into something else it's not, you know? Yeah, it's probably a language thing. I had to put up a pretty solid filter a while ago, because when you cover a game where one of the people are now trans, yeah, you get a lot of weirdos on there, really want to say whatever they want to say, you know what I mean? What was the name? Yeah. I think what I like about it, this especially, is that, yeah, it's just like the boomer shooters and all that, they're very unapologetically what they are. It's kind of like what annoyed me with, say, Halo, later Halo, where they would try and make it bigger than it actually is. It's like, oh, we're just a green guy that smashes people. Like, trying to put like a pretentious, heady story attached to it just is ridiculous. Suits with ombre effect are so fancy. Yes. Oh. Yeah, and it's just, well, just this. Like, to me, this just screams Datadyne. No, not Datadyne, the Carradine Institute. The hub level you run around in Perfect Dark. And I also like that the standard difficulty setting is quite hard. Like, right now I'm getting my fucking ass kicked in. I think I've got one more shot and I'm dead. Which is pretty cool, because I did try to play the game in Agent, which is the easiest difficulty, and it was kind of too easy. Like, the people shooting you were like firing 2 miles to the left. You know, it just felt a bit weird. Oh, hands up. Oh, look at that smug bastard. You can tell he's the bad guy. You, how? Oh yes, long time no see. I'm surprised though, you really I would have been kind, John Walter. What's this guy's? Dominic Pulp. Yeah. He looks like a Dominic Pulp. Well, like, spies never die. Oh. And that's when the Bond theme would kick in. Triangle Man gets old very quickly, so kind of get that. Yeah, I did. Ironically, and this is just surreal. Inside baseball, I'm actually working on a video about Xbox and all their calamities throughout the years. And in my business email, because I am a serious business, a review code of Halo Combat Remix Revolted, Removed, whatever it's fucking called, the remake, popped into my emails. So I did give it a couple hours just to see what it's like, and it is just Halo. You know, Halo 1 with the gameplay of Halo 3. And for someone who has never played Halo before, it would be perfectly fine. However, it's so soulless. It's like they've, like, the Halo Studio, or 343, or what they call themselves now. I was looking through like promotional material because they had like a press pack in their thing as well. And they basically said the quiet shit out loud that they were making this as a way to learn Unreal Engine 5 and with the hope success of this version will make them remake the other games or a new Halo game. And I'm like, you're a massive company. You are owned by a trillion, quadrillion, cockamillion fucking dollar company. And you're like, maybe you like this? It's like, don't you have enough people in that studio to know that for a fact, rather than like being very insecure about it? It just seemed weird. Anyway, I played it for a few hours and I found it soulless, to be honest. Once the sheen of playing... Oh, Club for Death. Do you hear that? The N64 version of Club to Death. That's awesome. Yeah, it's an incredibly soulless experience. Once the luster of playing the game with Halo 3's mechanics is gone, that's all. It's just Halo 1, but somehow less impactful. And I'm like, and then because they had all the Xbox problems, you know, cutting more fucking studios because they tried to be a monopoly and they fucked it up. And now it's like, oh yeah, Fallout 3 remake, New Vegas remake. It's like, why are you relying on games that you can play on Xbox platforms right now? Why are you making new ones? We can just play the old ones. It's like, what? They have no fucking clue. They just have no fucking clue. They're in the shit, they're panicking, and they're just making shit just to try and throw out the door. It's the same with Gears of War Reloaded. Like, that was a remaster of a remake of a remaster. It's just like, what? Like, there's multiple games that could be put the fucking PC, you know, guys. The only thing that is exciting is the game is on PS5. Well, yeah, like, they are now publishing to the PlayStation 5, and that's great. If you are a PlayStation 5 person, you don't have an Xbox, you can now play Halo. But would you really want to? Because, yes, Halo was transformative, and it pushed it, just like Perfect Dark and all the others, it pushed the genre forward. But that's as far as it's gone since then. It's not moved an inch. We keep going back to it. Like, what the hell? Like, especially with Halo 1. If I want to play Halo 1, I've got the original Xbox version, which you can play backwards compatible. I've got the 360 version, which you can play backwards compatible. You got the Master Chief Collection, which had all the fucking games up till 5, which you could play. And now you got the remake. It's fucking madness. But yeah, I thought it was kind of ironic because I'm working on a video about Xbox. They sent me a fucking review code. I love the music. The soundtrack of this game is fucking banging. Honestly. Yeah, some of it is quite a lot of sound-alikes, like this. But what they do with it is just so fitting. Like, yeah, Club to Death is kind of a meme song now. As soon as you hear Club to Death on, like, any sort of TV show or, like, Dragon's Den or whatever, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, really? Because you see the big business guy walk to the fucking studio and it's like, it's like, come on now. But yeah, in this is quite fitting, actually. I'm definitely going to have to... I think you can buy the soundtrack on Steam, and I'm definitely going to buy the soundtrack. Yeah. But most of them, just like you said, is why. I have a love-hate relationship with remakes and remasters. I love the remakes since they remake the proper new experience. Yes, they do. And Night Dive makes sure we can play some obscure classics. Still. Yes, definitely. Night Dive are doing fucking God's work, to be honest. But most of them are just what you said. Why? We don't need most. And then, yeah, that's the thing. Like, for I'm gonna say this in the Resident Evil remakes when I get to them. Like, remake the nuggets. Like, we don't need the obvious games remade. We need the crap games remade, or the games that were problematic, or they had, you know, they aged poorly or whatever. Like Code Veronica. Like in that video, I understand why they're remaking Code Veronica, because there is some good there, but it needs a steady hand. It needs someone who knows what they're doing, especially if they're going to continue this, do the story concept they tried to do in Veronica and completely cocked it up. I don't know if they will. I don't think they would take the risk now, but yeah. Anyway. So yeah, I would love to see people remake Nuggets rather than just fucking bring out the obvious shit all the time. Like You Are Empty is getting a updated port. It's not a remake. It's kind of more a remaster, but it's like a Night Dive style. Like, all right, we're bringing this game out. It's a cult hit. People do seem to like it, but you know, here it is in a new form for a new age. Let's go. Like, if I was right now, if I had all the money in the world and I could commission a team to make a like Master Chief Collection style collection of games that are now brought up into the modern age, Resistance. I would love to see the Resistance trilogy on PC, because those games are what they are. They are just like this, straight up silly ass shooters. And you can tell that people are like, we want this. But, you know, I don't know. I think maybe the powers that be are kind of embarrassed that Resistance did like resonate with people, even though, you know, it is a throwback shooter. Even when it came out, it was a throwback. Give me the Survivor remake right now. We just need equally shit modern voice acting. Yes. I would say yeah to a... Like, I would just love to see a re-release of Survivor, honestly. But then, I'm one of those weirdos that actually like Survivor. And that's fun as well. Like with any sort of retrospective, even though I kind of bailed on the Devil May Cry one, I'm actually looking forward to talking about the games that I'm not really that interested in. Even in Code Veronica, which I'll admit I really don't like. It's fucking boring to begin with, and all the trans stuff doesn't help either. But you know, it just feels very... I'm glad that I played it. I never want to play it again, but now that I've got that video, I don't know, it's a weird thing. I enjoyed making that video. I didn't enjoy playing the game because I can finally let out all that salt from like 20 odd years ago, I guess. But yeah, I'm looking forward to covering more of those like side games that got maligned. Like, probably spoiling it, but Resident Evil Dead Aim. Dead Aim's one of my favourite Resident Evils. Full stop. I'm not going to go into it here, but that game resonated with me super hard when it came out. And, alright, we didn't know who made it at the time. We just thought it was Capcom. Turns out it was Caviar, the people who made Bullet Witch. And Caviar is kind of a company that made 1.5 billion games. They also made the Light Gun Umbrella Chronicle games for Resident Evil, which are kind of meh, but whatever. But yeah, they made that. And if you are like conscious of Caviar, yeah, they also made Nier and Drakengard and all that. So they make these really esoteric games, even licensed games, but they always try and put their own spin on it. And Dead Aim is, yeah, kind of a send up as Survivor, but it's done in such a really interesting way. Like in that game, you can stealth your way around the place. You don't have to shoot all the zombies. You can sneak by them. And it's like, when I found that out, because I didn't even know about it when I first played that game. I think I found that out when I watched 4 High Heels video on it eons ago. And I was like, what? It's like stealthing the zombies? I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. I was like, that's the nuggets I always talk about. I know I keep saying the term nugget, both good and bad, but that to me is a nugget right there. It's like, there's something that's so fucking cool and kind of unnecessary. Yeah, I'll be well, like I said, I will be going pretty much to every single Resident Evil game. I don't think there's one that I don't want to play. The only one that I'm probably gonna get another Code Veronica video out of me would be 0, because I just find that completely pointless. If I ever do a singular video on that, I'm still not 100% sure I will. Well, Village, if I ever cover that again. I think I gotta hack the radio. What have I got to do? Destroy weapon caches, obtain guard disguise, access main lift forward to the complex. I'm fucking yapping around and I forgot about looking at the objectives. Bang, I have that. Yeah, Dead Aim's really cool, honestly. I really enjoyed Dead Aim. And also, like, the amount of options that game has. It's like, I didn't even know it supported mouse and keyboard. Like, PlayStation 2 mouse and keyboard. Now, who had those? Fucking no one. Unless you play Final Fantasy 11, maybe. I'm like, what? It supports mouse and key, and yeah, it works pretty damn well. Alright, I'm running it in emulation, so I'm kind of playing it with a mouse to aim, which is so much easier than the controller, and using I've got one hand on a mouse and one hand on a controller, and I'm directing it, the directionals, using controller. It's kind of like when I played Dementium 2 in the video. I kind of did the same thing, and it worked surprisingly well. Yeah, you can hook up light guns and the lot, really. It's pretty damn out there, to be honest. And it controls really well. Like, with PCSX 2, I didn't really have to configure anything. I could just... I think you gotta put one of the USB ports in the options as a mouse, and another one as a controller, and it just works itself out. It's pretty intuitive in a way. In fact, I've been playing a lot of stuff via emulation. Like, I'm gonna do a video on Manhunt, and I started off playing on the PlayStation on PC, and then I had a bug where it just would crawl to like 3 frames per second, so I fired up on PCSX2, and since then I played through the whole game twice, and it runs fucking brilliantly. You know, play it with a controller, you can lean back and chill out. It can upscale quite well. I don't upscale PS2 games because I always feel like some of them look very weird when you blow them up. But I got it. They had a patch to run in 60 FPS, so you can play the whole game, you know, with 60 FPS, and it runs fucking really well. And so I went in and like bought legally a lot of games on the PS2 that I was going to play on PC, and now I'm just going to play on PS2 because people who've been working on that stuff have made them run better than native platforms, which is surreal. And this level I've never been to before, so this is kind of an unknown. Oh shit. See a lot of people coming in. Yeah, like PCSX, that was one of the things I was going to play tonight. If Agent 64 wasn't going to work, I was going to play a PS2 game. Yeah, this is damn cool. Oh yeah, also this has a CRT filter. I don't know if it will actually show up on the stream. It may turn it into a garbled mess, but yeah, you can also have that authentic N64 look. Yeah, it's definitely got the ContraPoints lighting going on. I fucking love that. Bisexual lighting is a thing. It always makes me laugh. I don't know if this is actually translating well to the gameplay footage. I will turn it off if it isn't. But yeah. Boom. Yeah, it's kind of like a composite filter more than a CRT filter. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know if it'll probably annoy everyone, so I'll just flip it off. But yeah, it's got that CRT effect filter on there as well. Just so you can annoy your friends with it. Or kill the footage of any game you're capturing. Which I'm doing for the Manhunt video. It's like, if you want to see Manhunt extra crunchy and not that weird emulated blow up bullshit, yeah, you're going to see it. It's going to be crunchy as fuck. Helipad! Good grief, this level is fucking huge. Yeah, I'm not gonna... Oh, aiming with this is kind of a chore. Yeah, aiming with a sniper rifle is a bit of a chore, actually. Yeah, it's got the fringe and a composite, yeah. That's what... I was trying to work out what it was, because I did play... When I first popped this game in... installed it on Steam yesterday. I did slap that CRT filter on straight away, and I was like, oh yeah, this kind of looks like a CRT filter, but now playing it again and turn that filter on, it's like, yeah, this is very like the composite filter you would get if it was playing N64. But done in a way that's not complete shit. I know people spend a lot of money trying to upscale and get a decent look on their N64s. Like, the thing is, I like those FGPA consoles for the 64, the analog one, but I don't need it. I'm not that much of a 64 slut to really take advantage of shit like that, but watching those videos on it is damn cool, I'll admit. Time for a shower. I do like the atmosphere of this game, though. They really nailed it. And it's not like big graphics either. They're just nailing that atmosphere as simply as they can. Especially for a game in Unity. Like, Unity gets such a bad rap. But as you can tell here, this is just chef kiss. I'm waffling. I guess I don't need anything from here anymore. What else do I need to do? Destroy weapon caches, 5 of 8. Oh, those brown boxes. Yeah. I've just been going off in a stream of consciousness, so I can't remember if I passed it. I'm going to double check. Don't think I have. No, not here. We're good. Yeah, pretty much. Just feel like I said, if this came out tomorrow, if this came out during the 64's life, like Rare brought out a sneak game they've been working on in the utmost secrecy. Like, yeah, this would, to me, this is Perfect Dark 3. And no hate on Perfect Dark 0. I love that game. Especially for the opening intro, which is girl power. Nah, it's pretty cool. Hoping this kind of FPS makes a bit of a comeback now. Well, the thing is, people have been like threatening to make an N64 style shooter for a while, but it's the usual thing that most of these are kind of half-assed, or they're fan projects, which is fine, or they're mods, like GoldenEye. Was it GoldenEye Source? Alarm! Intruder at the door. Oh shit. Hi guys. I love to see, like, I call them on, I call this era of like games from like Perfect Dark to about, I'd say Call of Duty 4, the era of the chunky shooter, where most of these games, especially for like console, had this sort of weight to them. They were slower. Most of the time because they were capped at like 30 FPS and, you know, they were more emphasis on being big and loud and brash than like fluid, fast gameplay. So like the, for me, the de facto chunky shooter would be Black, which I fucking adore that game just for its sheer balls alone. The thing is, these in-games take a long time to make, yes? Remember the game from Twitter? That's how long it's been in production. Yeah, I remember this game from Twitter as well. I remember the demo too. Yeah, yes. Tweet, not fucking Elon Musk dark twisted fantasy. Now powered by fascist AI, Jesus Christ. I thought he prided on saying shit, you know, edgy shit, rather than getting some stupid AI to say edgy shit. Oh, sorry, give me fucking hiccups then. What a prick. Hi there, can I come in? I guess I'm not welcome. Alright, I got a feeling that I'm in the wrong end of town. Let's do something else. I'll tell you what, the shooting, while it's kind of inaccurate, I kind of love how it just, you're spraying and praying. Like, these era games especially were all emphasizing on, like, firing from the hip. Like that Arnie Schwarzenegger, like, commando shit. I kind of love that. I think that adds to the chunkiness to these types of games too. That we're going to war. Oh, that sort of shit. And yes, I've been threatening to do a video on Black for fucking years. I don't know why, because it seems like probably every 2 years I go and play through it. And I mean, you know, get gold guns and all the other shit, you know, really play through it and capture all this footage and then never really make a video on it. I used to do that all the time, where I'd spend months capturing footage for games that just sit there on my hard drive. I don't do that anymore now. Like, yeah, I play through Manhunt. No, technically I may play through Manhunt 2.5 times. But I was just having so much fun. I want to play the game again while I'm writing the script, which I just finished the first draft of this morning, actually. So probably be another week. I'll do another draft and then get it going. Yeah, for some reason, like creativity-wise, making stuff is so much easier now. I won't go into details as to why, but I had a lot of stuff going on in the old bread box. So trying to do anything and trying to focus on anything was a fucking nightmare. But now, right, I can... Like, now that my head is clear, you know, I can crank out stuff. I wouldn't say I'm cranking out content, but I never seem to get burnt out now. Alright, there's some days where I just can't be asked to write or whatever, or do nothing or whatever, or work on something else. That's fine, but there was times, like, I think when I said about the Call of Duty video, I took 6 months to make that, and I was going through a pretty rough patch, like, privately. Just everything was just not going that way, and that game kind of... And that video kind of killed my spirit for a bit, but not for, I don't think it wasn't for making videos. It was just like, because I'd done so much and I was going through all this stuff and it was just like, God damn, why am I doing this? And I don't know where I'm going right now. So, yeah, it took its toll. And I look back on that video now, I actually, about a week ago, rewatched that video from start to finish because I am that much of a sociopath. And for what it is now, like, oh no, that video is pretty damn good. I don't like the last quarter when I do, like, tear my mask off and talk about my feelings towards making videos, because quite a lot of that was kind of in the midst of me going through, like, therapy and all that shit. So... yeah, there's a lot of words, a lot of emo stuff. Anyway, where am I going with this? Yeah, it's like now I see that video as a time in my life. So what am I actually doing? Oh, I need to wear a disguise. I'm a fucking idiot. There you go. Hi. You're late to a shift. Come in. Yes. Please, let me in. Hi. That might have been a dumb idea. Do I look like James Bond? This isn't a stealth game. Probably gonna get my ass handed to me now, but hey. Gonna have fun gunning goons down while we do it. Ah! So yeah, now I think what I did in the end is like I kind of felt like after that Call of Duty video I was starting all over again. It was like I was learning how to make videos again, learning to be in my own skin, just, you know, be myself again. Because there's also that. I was also like kind of burnt out after, because like during the pandemic my channel kind of popped off for a little while. I was like, oh yeah, you know, you kind of bullshit yourself that, oh yeah, it's gonna be like this forever now, and like, no, I just got incredibly lucky. And you know, those videos, I look back now and I still like them, but they were done at a time where, you know, I've moved on from there. Like, I got really hung up about people like misquoting me and shit, and it doesn't really matter. But like during the David Cage videos, because that was kind of like my coming out party for like what I do creatively, but it just felt like I trapped my own self, and at the time I wasn't doing very well mentally. I was anxious and all that stuff, So a lot of that was I was in my own head as well. So, and if you're in your own head, you will just wind yourself up like no tomorrow. You know, I don't need you to wind me up. I can do that perfectly myself, thank you. So there was a lot of that complex, ironically at the complex, things going on at the time. So my brain was just kind of, I was burnt out. I was also blown out. So trying to focus on anything, and in my head trying to replicate the success I had before, even though those videos, when I first posted them, had the usual amount of stuff I had at the time, and then they blew up. But for some reason, I got completely in my own head about it. And it wasn't until therapy and all that sort of stuff where I realized, like, no, I'm kind of holding myself up to shit that I can't really hold myself up to. Like, you know, people who make, you know, videos and care about making videos and find it fun and all that, not take it seriously per se, but, you know, have a passion for their creative endeavors, will put as much themselves into a video as they possibly can. They will live that video and all this sort of shit. But for some reason, I couldn't find the line anymore. I was too far gone. My brain was just going at 1 billion miles an hour. And I couldn't separate reality from... I don't know. It was just a very weird mindset. And I'm waffling right now. But that's all in the past now. And since then, I'm just going to make videos now. So I cut all that bullshit. Cut all the, I would say, pretension, even though it wasn't pretension. And just get back to what I know and covering games that I want to talk about. Not try to fit in with anyone or have, you know, go with the zeitgeist. Like the Call of Duty video started from an idea. And that's all I really go on. It's like, oh, that'll be a fun idea for a video, and off it went. It mutated into something else, you know, because I was going through a pretty rough patch, but in essence of the whole video, it was like, oh, that would be fun. Oh, that might be fun to start on as well. That's as far as it goes. And I wanted to get back to basics. I know some people didn't like the fact that I said, right, I'm basically rebooting this channel because... And to be fair, like my videos haven't changed that much. It's just my approach and mindset to them have changed. You know, I'm no longer... Like, I watch some of my older videos and see, like, this seething anger. Not at the subject, but I can just tell that I'm not in a great place. And I know a few people got caught wind of that, and they said, oh, well, where's the anger from before? Why, you know, why aren't you covering something so incendiary? It's like, I don't have that anymore, and I don't want to be that. And it's like, it's fine for a moment, or the odd video where I review a bad game and, you know, bitch and piss and moan about it for fun, you know, for everyone's entertainment, but I'm not that guy. You know, you grow from that. Alright, Red Scott Sam, I can fully get where you're coming from. It's weird that you catch on a video and go, oh god, I felt like a true ass when we were making that. Well, yeah, there's some videos that I would love to never see again, and quite a lot of them are deleted. Like, I was contemplating doing a new video on The Evil Within, because that first video, even though it's fine, it's that time where I was highly strung out and ADHD like fuck and not really focusing on the content. I was thinking about 15 lines down the road, not the line I was fucking writing at the time. It was, and like I said, I'm probably reading too much into it, but yeah, if I would like to go back and do a fresh take on that sort of stuff. Like I said before, I would love to do a redo of like Heavy Rain or whatever, but now I'm like, nah. I've tried to replay that game and it's just so fucking boring. Like, and yeah, like any game I cover on here, everything's a matter of taste. And some games that I may be interested in, its aesthetics or its story, but it just doesn't pan out. That's the Quantic Dream games to me. I don't need to play them again. Ooh, a bit of drum and bass. Nice. Like, I'm more than happy to stay in my damn lane. I'll talk about the games that I like. They good, they bad, they shit, don't know, don't care. I'm just going to talk about them and have fun with them. This is just entertainment, right? No, I'm not going to play Heavy Rain again. I tried. I did try. It was a valiant effort, but I got like 2 hours in, like, nope. Because, yeah, there is a lot of things that when I played that game, because I think I played it twice to make that video, I didn't know that was a thing inside the game. There was, like, quite a lot of, like, hidden shit in there. Like, oh, okay, there's far more things going on than meets the eye here. That's cool. But do I ever want to play the game again to discover that? No. And I think probably my favourite video, like Heavy Rain inspired video, Ali Maui did a video on it about how many toilets you can piss in Heavy Rain. That to me, that's where my head is at with Heavy Rain now. I was like, that is such a stupid idea, but it's hilarious. And it's just like a complete... And even in that, like, people didn't get the fucking satire of it. Like, the game is so fucking... Oh, shit. The game is so fucking uninteresting that the way to make the video interesting is to talk about what toilets you can piss in. It's like a wonderful piece of satire. And that's sort of the thing I've lent into more as well. I just love taking the piss. Dry humor. It's the best. Especially when it's people who just don't get it either. Like, yeah, sometimes you say something wrong and it's bad, you know, and you whatever. But I think, like, angry comments, it always makes me laugh. Because there's always people who get angry about something that's completely irreverent. And anyone with half a brain would know that it's half joking. But they're like, take it prima facie seriously. Like, come on, really? David Cage, certified Duke Nukem 3D fan. Oh god, could you imagine? Could you imagine he made Duke Nukem 3D? His, like, ideals on women and stuff like that. I think he might be more greasier than Duke Nukem. At least with Duke Nukem, there's like a plausible deniability to his, like, character of 80s action movie guys. You know, you can, like, say, alright, this is a send-up. Well, David Cage is, like, said some earnest things that are just abhorrent. Mainframe terminal, access denied. Alright, well. Try this. Alright, ain't gonna work. He scans himself. Hi. Oh god, yeah, like in Fahrenheit. Hello, my name is David Cage. Look at me, I'm Duke Nukem. Oh my god. Go home, David, you're drunk. Hello, my name is David Cage. Let me show you how to play the game. That's still surreal. That is such an ego thing as well. You can tell that he was just like, shit, I haven't put myself in this game. What should I do? I know, I'll be the tutorial guy. It's so weird. Ah, boss. Wow, this is far more harder than Secret Agent than I thought it would be. Let's drop that down to Agent. This is a big oily muscles. He would as well. That's the thing. It's also that line as well. It's something I didn't really cover in the videos, but it's like, is he memeing? Is this his earnest intent of a thing, or is he just like on the same level as us? You know, is this like a perfect troll? I don't think it is, but it was something that I always questioned. Like, this has to be a joke, right? You can't be serious. Like with Fahrenheit, yeah, alright. Fahrenheit was initially going to be like a series of stories, and it got condensed into one game, which is just insane and confusing because there's 15 different plot lines and they all go nowhere. Ah, much better. Emotions. Yeah, and it's just... and it's just like, I think now that I'm probably like trying to go at most things that are more like satirical bent, I keep going back to that. I was like, was he memeing? Was this a troll all along? I don't think it is, but it would explain away a lot of his like questionable story ideas and stuff. It would give him plausible deniability. Jesus Christ, does he need that? Yeah, he wasn't. I know. I'm trying to be an objective critic here. You got to be more objective. Like, what the fuck's that even mean? Do I look like a surveyor? No. I'm an idiot on the internet with a foul mouth. Tell you what though, this place looks pretty fucking sick. If you wanted an evil lair, this is your evil lair right here. This is cool. And the music is spot on. Certainly was not. That's what makes him such a fascinating figure. You want to believe people are better. That's I bet that's nice. Yeah, you do. Well, no, he tried to push adult gaming more. What do you want to call it? Like more sophisticated gaming, and it's just like. And yeah, it may have been mature and sophisticated when you're 13, but when you play the game in your late 30s, no. And I had a lot of people like that who come at it with just like straight up nostalgia goggles, like, oh yeah, I played this game in my teenage and it was this and that and the other. I was like, yeah, but we don't see the things we see at that age. Like, when I play like when I play games now that I played in my teenage, they are in a completely different light because I've had a billion years worth of experiences. It's like anything like that, films, whatever. Like, for instance, like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, the book. Like, I read that as a teenager and fucking loved that book. It was a revelation. I can't speak. Ooh, Magnum, nice. And it was like a book I read multiple times through. This is back when in secondary school I was special needs. What it was, I had undiagnosed ADHD. So they stuck me in this special needs class with a lot of people who did need help. But I was like too high strung at the time, probably a bit of an arrogant prick to really believe that I had special needs. However, the teacher who would do that class would basically say, look, I don't know why you're here. So go to when you know you're going to have this class, go to the library, grab a book, and read it for that hour and a half, or whatever it was, for the lesson. So I was like, all right, cool. And that's where I found Rainbow Six. I probably was kind of aware of Tom Clancy at the time. Maybe. I don't know. I think around that age I watched Red Dawn, maybe. I don't know, whatever. I was aware of Rainbow Six the game. I know that for a fact. I had the demo of it on the PlayStation. Anyway. So I read through the Rainbow Six book and rinsed it. Loved it. Loved it to bits. Couldn't get enough of it. Espionage, world things going on, Cold War shit. You know, it had everything. And then I read it. I started reading it again during the pandemic. I bought a copy of it, and it's a thick ass book as well, especially if you get like the early edition. Fuck me, it's page upon page. And now, through this filter of being an adult and living a billion lives and so on, it's basically fan fiction. It's basically an author who you can tell he wanted to be in the military so bad. It was his lifelong dream to be in the military. Problem is biology. You know, from what I read, you know, he didn't have the right criteria to become a military man. So to fill that hole, he basically just made military fiction. And that's how he made, you know, Rainbow Six and all the other things. So now I read it. I read it with that mindset, and I realized, like, well, no, all he's doing is fulfilling his unacquired things, which is fine, but he's doing it in such a overwritten, tedious, shit-ass way. Like, Rainbow Six the book is, my god, if it has an editor, it's probably been professionally edited, but my god, they needed a filter as well, because that thing is so fucking bloated with just erroneous bullshit. It's like, just to get to a part in the book where Ding Chavez and the guys are trying to infiltrate a terrorist cell, right? In a book, you can detail all the bits before you go in. There's like 110 pages before they actually do the thing. Like 110 pages of just every meticulous detail, which is not like steeped in any kind of like realistic military shit. It's all just fantasy. And I'm reading this book again. I'm like, what am I doing? It's just a complete waste of fucking time. And then I know I'm talking shit about someone's dead. I do apologize, whatever. But like Tom Clancy, yeah, he's stuck in our minds because of the games. And even though a lot of those games that have his name on it, he has nothing to do with them. He has no concept on the story, nothing. It's just a brand name. But that's when I realized, like, fuck, I read this book maybe 3 or 4 times in my teenage. And now I'm like, my taste has changed. I can see what it is, and it doesn't interest me in the slightest. So now I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll move on to something else. And that's cool now. Like, for me, I know some people will probably accuse you of being a contrarian, but I hate going with the crowd on anything. Like, when I'm covering a game, I block out any sort of reviews or anything like that. I don't watch any of it. I want to go in and have my own, and just filter the game through my own head. If it's good, if it's bad, if it's correct or whatever, I don't care. Like, what I have that you see on the screen is what I have. Like, and I think that's fair. And I think that's more fun because, like, especially going through the Resident Evil stuff, the amount of, like, I had it in my comment section a few days ago where someone was pointing out some error I made, which is fine. You know, not everyone hits 1,000. However, I'm going through old interviews, translated interviews from 20 years ago. Most of them on the cusp of being internet, but most of them are pre-internet. So trying to get solid nuggets and solid facts from people behind these games is very difficult. Luckily, there's quite a lot of people who document that stuff, and that's great. But the way maybe it's a pseudo-intellectual thing where something that gets regurgitated so many times, then people just take it as fact. So there's like instances like in a Code Veronica video, in the Code Veronica lore, if you want to call it that a lot of the concepts of that game end up in other things in Resident Evil, which some of them kind of do. However, they're not taken verbatim. They may have seen them as ideas to explore upon, but what happens in Code Veronica kind of stays with Code Veronica. But if you go and watch hundreds of videos on Code Veronica, they will repeat the same nugget of information over and over again. They're perpetuating the same talking point, which, if it's objectively true, fine. But I find that shit tedious because no one's actually engaging their brain. They're not actually thinking about it. Like when I talked about Hideki Kamiya in previous videos, like in Devil May Cry and all that, quite a lot of the stuff he says just rings to me as him taking the piss. He's being a memeing git. Now, he may be earnest in some of his things, but he has a certain filter, a certain bent. So, but people don't register that. They just take what he says and gives it to you cold turkey without your own like spin on it. And I find that tedious. Tom Clancy Super Mario Sunshine. Yes, he is a terrible person, Tom Clancy. Yeah, I wouldn't like the guy now if I met him in a room. But yeah, like I said, it's just you know, you see shit differently the older you get. And yeah, like I said about, what was I saying about Phil? I've completely lost my trail of thought. What did I say? Remind me, please. I'm crowdsourcing my trail of thought now. Or you tuned out. I wouldn't be surprised if you tuned out. I just said a lot of shit. Oh yeah, that was it. The it's not, I wouldn't say it's misinformation, but there's just a lot of like regurgitation of the same information without any sort of like subjectivity to it. I know a lot of people just take that word as and completely forget, completely overlook the meaning of that. But yeah, I just find that kind of tedious. It's like, if I see someone just regurgitating the same talking point that they probably got off Wikipedia, which is fine, I just kind of roll my eyes like, come on, you know, you're here right now. Give me your take on it. It may be good, it may be bad, whatever. It's like, give me something that's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Rather than the same fucking talking point over and over again. Maybe I sound like a crazy person on this one. And granted, yeah, I've quoted Alex and Neil's Itchy Tasty a couple of times. But that's, once again, I'm not taking every single bit of it. I'm not regurgitating his work. I'm just using it as a basis for my own... I'm just using it as a basis for my own opinions, you know what I mean? It's just fun. Don't you like fun? I had a shitty comment about that as well. Like, how dare you tell me I have fun? Like, come on, guys. Are you all that just close-hearted? Yeah, oh, that is actually a great... Yeah, Evie, yeah. The info is the potatoes, you add the sauce. That's probably the most elegant way you could put it. Yeah, that's true. Admin computer. Denied. Connection established. Ooh. Oh, that's a nice... That's an old school keyboard as well. Look at that. Have fun, Royal. Oh, got it. Yeah. Even though I kind of love those types of comments, because it's just like, how do you live your life right now? Like, are you so like miserable that you go onto a pursuit, a channel that likes to talk about a pursuit such as gaming, and just be meh about it? Like, fuck you. There's loads of things you can be pissed off and shit about. And yeah, when you're thinking about mainstream games, whatever. But yeah, there's, I don't know. I like to be a little more optimistic than that. For someone who apparently is a cynical asshole and hates everything, quote unquote, I like to be more positive about shit. And I'm flying for this fucking game. This is like the perfect stream of consciousness game. Oh, look at this cool dude. Oh. 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 Okay. Ho, ho, ho. I've got a rocket launcher. Are you seriously asking if people whose casual pastime is comment on YouTube videos are miserable? Yes. Yes, I am. Oh, I think you might be very aware of how that is, especially on like social media. I don't know how you do that, honestly, because I've deleted so many fucking skeets that have got somewhat quote-unquote viral, and it's just a load of people just regurgitating a lot of shit, and I ain't into it. Alright, I tend to shy away from that social media stuff anyway. I kind of had a purge late last year, and now I'm not really interested in it anymore. But yeah, like some of the brain off comments you get from people is just like, come on, really? I can't how to rocket launcher. There we are. Yeah, it is. John Matrix. Yeah, it is Blue Sky. I like with your you put a skeet out about AAA gaming, and you had one guy who was just like, well, I can't play my waifu games because I need a bitchin' PC. I'm like, you don't. Like, yeah, the two, and it was so like such a cynical argument as well, because he took like the recommended specs from the website of those games, and those pictures looked incredibly odd because they were like, the specs were ridiculously high, and like, I don't believe in that. So I was like, alright, I'll go on Steam, and yeah, like the recommended specs of that one game was quite on the cusp of being acceptable, but the minimum specs were like nothing insane. Like a GTX 1660 I think was the minimum requirements, and the Snapdragon whatever, which basically denotes a mobile game. But then when you look on reviews, because you can now link your rig on Steam reviews, people are playing that game on a nugget and they're giving it positive feedback. So you can play your anime titty games on a shit computer. So what's your argument here? And in the end, I just blocked that guy because, like, you're obviously not here to have a good faith discussion. You're just here to prove your really asinine fucking point for nothing. It's like, and you can tell it was just like a reply guy where you spend their life just replying to random people's posts with just like the most bland and banal, brain off, intellectual shit you can imagine. It's like, what is going on with people? And yeah, there's the bot thing as well. People are now, or bots are being made that are posting these kind of irrelevant fucking comments, but it just feels so. Bought the mission. All right, yeah, play it stealth. Yeah, like you can play a lot of shit games on a crap PC. Fuck, I've done that myself. And ironically, on YouTube, people are making pretty successful channels on that subject alone. Fucking Bringer Studios. You know? Like gaming on nuggets. Like the person I stole that word, well, I didn't really steal it, but sort of borrowed that word from. Dank pods. You can do stuff on a nugget. You can play games on a crap PC. It can be done, you know? And that's part of the fun. Like, yeah, it would be fun to run everything at 4K, 1.5 billion frames per second. But sometimes it's fun just to see a game running on something that is not worth it. Low spec gamer, even though I didn't really like his content that much. I think he kicked the door in for that type of genre of video, because he would say, yeah, you can run the latest AAA game with potato specs, you just have to work for it. And that was like the journey of getting to that point. Budget bills. Yeah, exactly. I think he's local to me, actually. Anyway. Yeah, budget bills. Another one. Alright, for me, it kind of got a bit tedious, because it's just like, oh, what if random card can do the thing? And it's just like the same 5 benchmarks. And it's like, okay, alright. I get it now. But, as a resource, for someone who is buying a Nugget graphics card from 10 years ago and wondering what they can do with it, it's a great resource. And I kind of like the Red Room Twin Peaks photo here. That's nice. I know what I'm doing, actually. What am I doing? Do not compromise code. Take picture of the organization leader. Disrupt communication with conference room 02. Confront organization leader. Sure. I'm just going to walk around here, I think. Treat it like a walking sim. Yeah, there's always fun to be had. Like, the journey of just trying to get a game to run on a thing is fun on its own. Like, that's one of the reasons why I got into PC gaming. And even now, even though sometimes I just want to just fucking fire up a game and play it, like Manhunt. Like, Manhunt is a infamously bad PC port, but once you get it working, it's easily the best version of the game. You just got to get it fucking working. And through trial and error, I got it working, and it worked fucking great. Until it didn't. But, you know. But the journey of smacking your head against a fucking wall until you get the fucking thing working, you know, that's part of the fun. Oh, Pope again? How is this possible? Quite possible. Alright, so disrupt the communication with conference room 02. So I assume I gotta use the hack tool. Remember when Low Spec Gamer made vids and that belied his name, then became Nostalgia Nerd 2? What? No! I must have booked out when that happened. Oh god, Nostalgia Nerd. The Metal Jesus of Rocks of Nostalgia. Which doesn't make any sense. He makes like documentaries now. Oh, I think I have seen a few of them. I kind of when he stopped doing the low-spec gaming stuff, which is fine because there's only so much you can actually do with that type of genre, I kind of spaced out. I think he did a video on the Game Boy, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever. I haven't watched it in a long time. Interrupt communication with conference room. Alright, so I've done that one. So what else do I have to do to disrupt the communication? Do I have to just jump in and shoot them? I can do that. Oh, hey. Hi, how you doing? Creepy ass bastard. Yeah, and so yeah, when someone says, "Oh, you can't do anything with a piece with unless you got a powerful PC," is they're talking out their ass. They don't know what they're talking about. Did I actually hack this thing? Yeah, I did. All right. What the fuck else do I have to do? I could do a really stupid idea. Can I karate chop the glass? No. Alright. Stupid idea aborted. What was the other one? I can't remember the other guy now in that Blue Sky post. It's just the usual, like, Captain Obvious shit. Well, you know, games have not changed price since the 90s. Like, yeah, but would you want to play the games that are available right now? Why? How well are you? Ran great on a Steam Deck. Yeah. Once again, argument is stupid. But yeah, it's like some people don't want to give a shit about the making games work on PC. They just want to play on a console, and that's perfectly fine too. But with any sort of human thing, if there's a will, there's a fucking way. Oh, I'm gonna die. Confront organization leader. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to go upstairs. Oh, don't die, don't die, no, no. Oh, that was a headshot, nice. I think it's just like, I think people are just addicted to doom and gloom. They just want to lay down and do nothing. It's just like entropy. They're addicted to entropy, basically. If that's the correct word. Now, I'm being pseudo intellectual. It's just like, yeah, they just don't want to engage with their brains, basically. Alright, I can't take down the leader. I tried. I think that's probably what fuels me to do stuff as well, because the amount of people who just like give you that why bother, like the world's shit anyway, so why bother? Like, well, fuck you, that's why I'm doing it. Oh, there's a lot of innocent bystanders here. I don't know if this is correct what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. You shoot up the Twin Peaks room. Hopefully I don't get done for collateral. Oh. Blue vest. Good. I need that. I know what I'm doing right now. I'm just... I'm just capping fuckers now. Ah! I still need to play Requiem. I played it for that opening hour and I've not gone back to it yet. Why did I buy it so shortly after launch? I could have waited, but whatever. The compulsion, damn it. You know what I would like to see? Now we've got N64 games back on the table. I'd love to see someone do like a modern retro take on Rainbow Six 3. Not the tedious like planning the floor and all that shit before you execute. Nah. Like Rainbow Six 3 style shooter. That would be pretty cool. I was saying that I was playing D2. The sequel to D, the one on the Dreamcast, which is a completely different game to D1, because D1 is basically an adventure game. And I was playing it a couple of days ago. I was like, ah, this would be such a cool fucking game to like... if I had any inkling to make a game, I would make something of that ilk, because it's kind of taking the mold. Well, it was being developed probably at the same time, but it's very Resident Evil Survivor. I love Requiem personally, ever since getting into Resident 2 or 3 years ago. It's like, how can any of the fans complain? And have they actually complained? I don't know. Drowning in fun games compared to other things. Exactly. I only played Requiem for about an hour and a half. But it wasn't because I wasn't enjoying myself. It was because I was busy with other things. ADHD. Well, I know Evelyn's played it, and well, she's already told me her things about. She hasn't spoiled it for me, but you know, it's a game. I think, and this is me just being my own filtered take, I guess. I think they kind of knew they screwed the pooch with Village, because Village is just so fucking much. They wanted to combine like the slower pace, more horror focused Resident Evils, or like Resident Evil 7 or the remake of 1 or remake of 2 and 3 and so on, but give you also the action of Resident Evil 4. So it's kind of like split in the middle, so you got a little bit of all of it, and I think that's probably for the best. I don't know for certain because I still haven't played it, but that's the impression I got, where they kind of thread the needle, which normally I don't like, because I like to have a game that's focused in that way, you know, the clarity of vision. But for what it is, I think... Hey, there we go. Hello. Kind of time crisis-y, actually. No, I know what this game reminds me of. The aesthetics of Confidential Mission. Yeah, whatever. Let's go see. Village isn't... Sorry, my... Yeah, Village isn't a bad game. I don't think it's a bad game either. I totally agree with you. I just find it's a very confused game. Yeah, it is. It is a nuts game. It does have a lot of things going on. Right, I'm just gonna quickly take a bio break. Be right back. Oh yes, I love Resident Evil 6 too. Right, I'm back. Oh yeah, I'm wearing a Star Wars Republic Commando t-shirt. See? Steven from Night Dive Studios. This is the game you need to remaster. Right, I'm back. Okay, RE fans are eating good since post RE6. Yes, they were. Very, very much so. Red Scott Sam. Villages are going to be one of my least favourites, but an okay Resi and amazing compared to okay or bad game from other series. What? Yeah, it's perfectly acceptable for what it is. It's not insultingly bad. It's just like, it's one of those games that I would love if I was the writer. I know, being that kind of arsehole. You can tell the elements that are there just need to be rearranged in a way that makes sense. It makes for schlock. Like, I'm not trying to make high art here. No, like in my head, it's schlock already, but it could have been far more entertaining as schlock than it is. But yeah, Resident Evil is pretty damn good. Even the quote-unquote bad games I find fascinating. And that's why I'm doing a retrospective on it, really. Because out of all the franchises and games that have been persistent in my life, that's one of them. Silent Hill's another. Fatal Frame. Yeah, and if I'm going to get back on the saddle and make videos that I want to see in this, that I want to make and have fun with and, you know, put out there, like Resident Evil, I can talk about Resident Evil games easy. Maybe that's kind of a bad thing because, you know, part of it is being challenged, but then the challenge of making a coherent video is prize on its own, I guess. All right, Act 3 unlocked. Oh, we're at the nightclub now. Are we going to be at the golf club, or is it just going to be a nightclub? Ooh. Okay. Holographic data key. Yeah, okay. I gave it to Dana as a memento from her mother. I had no idea. A special hard drive for you. Once you found they're in, plug it in. Oh no! The goons have invaded the club. Oh wow, I have to do my usual thing and shoot everyone. Like shooting blue-suited fish in a barrel. Yeah, it's an escort mission, but the second mission I think is an escort. Kind of an escort mission. It seems like they know what they're doing and they're not... I don't know if it's maybe a harder difficulty. The escort is going to be like the strength of a sheet of one ply, but it doesn't seem to be that bad. Don't worry about me, I'll be safe here. Alright. I won't worry about you, mate. Oh, God. Running things down with a fucking Tommy gun is so much... This is... You could tell that this is a homage to Time Splitters. This has to be a homage to Time Splitters. Which is funny, because I think I've only ever played Time Splitters 2. I have downloaded the games, actually. So I have played this. I thought, you know what? I'm in the mood for more of this sort of stuff. I know. I think I played Time Splitters 1 when I had my when I got my PS2. It wasn't on launch day. It was probably like 6 months after launch. But I cannot remember a fucking goddamn thing about that game. DJ Scott, yes. The soundtrack's pretty awesome, actually. Hopefully you can hear it. I'm wiki fresh. DJ Tommy Gun on the decks. Or more like DJ Tom Tank. And yes, that is a euphemism for wanking. Ah, here we go. Yeah. Oh, I get to play the hits now. Oh, I blew up all the other turrets. Damn it. Oh well. Yeah! Yes! Do it, man. Minsum, do it! Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. That's how I played my bangers. That was fucking awesome. I think that might be the first set piece in this game too. Well, more like an interactable. So that's still very N64. There's, I can't remember like GoldenEye or Perfect Dark had any real set pieces. That was kind of the thing that came out, later on in other games. Pretty fun though. Once again, the developers understand what we're going for in this fucking game. It's very, like, you could see like the the self-serious version of this game where someone's taken it like way too far and got very pretentious about it. But this ain't that game. Yeah, that was fun. Half-Life Re-Revolution. Yes, they did, yeah. Well, Half-Life was that game, wasn't it, really? Which I actually started playing the PS2 version. I had such a weird relationship with Half-Life. Like, I never played the PC version of Half-Life 1 until probably 2006, 7, because I got a gaming PC around 2004 to play Half-Life 2, which is weird because I think I may have played Half-Life 1 for a bit over a friend's house, but I never played the PC version. Don't know why, like for myself, until a few years after that. My first experience with Half-Life was the PS2 version, which I played pretty solidly. I played that and Deus Ex on PS2. Yeah, a little fun thing there. And I would love to do a video on that and just play the PS2 version. Because, yeah, you can play Half-Life 1, the updated version, where you can play with a controller and all that sort of stuff, and it's perfectly fine. It works really fucking well. But there's just something fun about playing it on a console, you know? Like, that allure of... Because there was that for a while in the retro game space, about 10 years ago, where you'd see everyone talk about that, the Dreamcast port of Half-Life. And that's fun because, yeah, it never really officially made it to market, but it was that fucking close. And to see how that game runs on a Dreamcast is a sight to behold anyway, because it runs like dog shit. But quite a lot of people's experiences with those types of games where they were kind of like unobtainium for most people at the time were in that avenue. Like, I played Doom 3 for the first time on the Xbox. That was my experience with Doom 3. I bought that the same time I bought like a surround system. And that was like a magical experience. Now, if I went back and played it, if I had the facility to play it, I probably would in that way. But that game runs like dog shit on the Xbox. But it's that weird forbidden fruit of playing PC games on a console. I don't know why. But yeah, there was a phase of that for a while. Now it doesn't matter, because whatever game comes out on PC or console will be on all platforms. You know, that kind of specialization no longer exists. But there was that era where PC games were making their way to console, and it was kind of a cool thing. Like with Half-Life 2 on the Xbox as well. That came out on the Xbox. It did pretty fucking well, and it ran like dog shit. But it ran. And that was... Alright, I think I played... No, I played the PC version before the Xbox version. But they were very close to each other in time. Granted, you know, I don't remember everything verbatim, but I played the PC version first, then played the Xbox version, and then for a while preferred the Xbox version because I could play it with a controller. I'm just one of those weirds, I guess. I'd shit my pants playing Doom 3 on a surround setup. It was pretty damn cool, I will admit. Yeah, I bought like this cheapo, nuggety surround system. I think it might have been a Logitech one. It was like £100-ish from Argos. I bought that at the same time I bought Doom 3. I think I got paid that week. And bought that and Doom 3. Took it home, set it up. Had to buy one of those, what do they call them? The little red light, the laser cable. I can't remember what they call them now. Coax? Whatever. Yeah, and you had to link it with that. So I had to rush out again and buy one of those before all the shops shut. And I remember playing that night. I played it through... I think I beat it in one night. I went all night playing Doom 3 with surround system. It was in my first apartment. I was living on my own, and it was like, I'm doing this. And that was just magical. Logitech cheap surround sets were low-key good. Yeah, they were. It did its job. I played a lot of stuff with surround system. A lot of the Xbox games I was playing surround, and it was fucking great. Now, you know, you don't need it. Like, get a decent pair of headphones, and you're good. But there was a magic to that. Like, I think it was just all because it lined up. It was the first place I moved out of my house. I moved out of my mum's. I was on my own, a bachelor, and all this sort of shit. And I think that all like sticks out in my mind that I was like truly free to play games like a child to early hours of the morning. Then probably had a shower and went to work. It was that sort of shit. But yeah, every time I think of Doom 3 now, I think of that time. But yeah, I don't know how much. I don't know if they probably still sell those sets, but now you get a lot of. I can imagine Tecmo probably scoffing at that type of thing, but you know, if you wanted that feeling, then you know, I went for it, and it was fucking great. I still remember wires being everywhere though, because I may have got it, but I didn't want to do any work to make it good. I just had him like all the speakers plonked on like bookshelves and on top of my TV and shit. It wasn't, you know, if I was using my brain, I would have, you know, hanged them from the walls, screwed them in, all that shit. But nah, it was just like wires everywhere. Yeah, it was a proper like greasy gamer dungeon. I wonder if we can get the Xbox version to run on emulation. Because I've been like dabbling with Xenium, the Xbox emulator again. They sold stands separately, which I ordered. Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah, they had like, it looked like a pole, wasn't it? It was like a pole stand thing. It looked pretty cool. It's kind of like the things they sell now when you buy like lighthouses for like VR headsets. So you can tell that's like ancient technology. Oh, Club to Death again. Oh, we're back at this level again. Every time I hear this song, I just think of either Neo in the Matrix or Alan Sugar walking down some stairs. I don't know why, because I don't even like the fucking Apprentice. There we go. Fuck using a sniper rifle. Oh god, Mr. Fucking hell, I just shot Neo. He wouldn't fucking die. Ha ha ha, yes. God, why does the shotgun look like a fucking sex toy? It's doing the damage. Speaking of Doom 3, this is very like Doom 3-essent. If you can play JR on Xenium, I'd download it in the... You can actually. There is actually a new fork of Xenium that is actually optimized for like light gun games, but apparently it runs a bit better in like quite a lot of games. So I did play a couple hours of Manhunt with it, and it ran pretty damn well. And when I was showing you, I played a game that I'm going to use in the next video. That ran pretty damn well as well. It's probably not 100% perfect because I think Xenium is just going to be in perpetual fucking development. But yeah, it ran. I think one of the flagship games was Jet Set Radio Future. I haven't tried it myself, but I am aware that it's probably one of the best running games on the emulator. Yeah, that's it. Angry T. Yeah, that's it. You see Gordon Ramsay or Marco Pierre White walking towards the kitchen right now. And they gotta do the, yeah, cross their arms. Yeah. And look mean. Where's the lamb sauce? Ah, fucking die, man. Right. There you go. Oh, there's a sniper fucking picking me off from afar. Sick. Oh, Manhunt on Xbox is so cool. Yes, I tried to replicate that a few nights back because I remembered that too. And you can, through PCSX2, insert a headset into the emulator, which basically just runs off either your line out or microphone, and you can emulate making the sound to attract people. It's kind of jank, but having the director in your ear in the headset does work, which is pretty damn cool. Like, I miss when, like, the Wii had shit like that all the time with the Wii speaker. Yeah, it sounded like garbage, but it was just, like, something cool about that. Like, what was the game called? Calling. It was like this cursed mobile phone game. I don't know if it was... I think there was a... Oh, shit. There was the English version. It might have been just Japanese only game. I can't remember. But yeah, it was... You would have to hold the Wii remote to your ear to hear the spooky voice speaking. And, oh, it is so silly. Oh, also, I think Silent Hill Shattered Memories did something like that too. Like, you would have to hold the Wii remote to your ear because you had a phone. Yeah, what a time to be alive, eh? That was when, like, mobile phones were, like, popping off. So every game had, like, a mobile phone. The antagonist or the protagonist was using a phone of some kind. Yeah, I just got images of Gordon Ramsay walking towards the camera now. I wonder, like, I can imagine, or maybe giving someone this idea right now, that someone will make, like, an AMV of this game with this version of Club to Death, but every beat is, like, timed perfectly to the shot you make in the game. That'd be great. But yeah, I used to love Manhunt was one of those that was like a revelation when you heard that. Like the Brian Cox, like, in your ear, tell you to murder people. I think one of the Metal Gear games did it as well. I want to say Metal Gear Acid on the PSP. I may be talking out my ass though. I think a Metal Gear game also did that as well. Or it might have been a Splinter Cell game. Whatever. You'll have to do your own research on that one. Yeah, I'll be spreading misinformation. God, this shotgun does do the damage though. Jesus. Yeah, unlike the shotgun in Doom, this one does the damage. Oh, aiming in this mode is not great on controller, I'll give it that. Ooh, shit. Sniper, eliminate. Oh, it looks like I got to do that as a mission. There we go. Yeah, 7 snipers. Awesome. Oh, hi. Oh, there's another sniper. I'm not going to snipe him with a fucking shotgun. Oh, got him! That's a fucking good shot too. Be careful I don't get capped by a sniper. Can you die? Thank you. Good grief. Oh, he went down quick. I must have shot him in the face. There you go. I'm doing it. I'm going to have Club the Death stuck in my head now for a week. It's going to happen. I know it. That could be because that sounds Kojima AF. It does. I don't know for certain, but I think it was another one that used like a headset to communicate. It's time to find out if John hasn't done enough to impress Chef Ramsay. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, God. I must have gone through Hell's Kitchen and the fuck's that show when he goes in and just like helps out or ruins restaurants? Fuck, I forgot what it's called now. But yeah, I like when because Gordon Ramsay has his own YouTube channel. When he put out like all his like shows, I think he bought all the rights back to his old shows and stuck them on YouTube. I went through weeks of just binging all of them. Kitchen Nightmares, that's it, yeah. And I just went through every single one of them. And alright, most of them are just trash. And some of the proprietors of these are like, you cannot be fucking real. Like that famous blonde lady who was just like, she was insane. There's no other way of saying she was out of her gourd. But yeah, I'm hearing Club the Death now, and I'm just there's images of that playing through my mind. Okay, so I've got 2 more snipers. I'm guessing they're not around here. But yeah, I just got that. I think there's a this is going to be a weird pull. Charlie Brooker's Screen Wipe. He did a send up on like The Apprentice, and like just took the piss out of Club the Death for like a good solid 5 minutes. I may be misremembering that, but yeah, it's definitely a meme. But for this game, it fits really fucking well. It's like it's kind of cheeky to like lift it, but it's kind of fitting as well. Oh, that's a game I was thinking about playing. Wretched, which is like a send-up of Doom 3. It's been in like early access for like eons though. There's like every, say, 6 months or so, I'd go and check it out again and see if it's like enough to be reviewed, because I don't really want to review a early access game because it's still in flux. But it's like, that is a game. I don't know. It's one of those things that it may, probably because it's been in early access for so long, it's probably going to be a load of cack. But yeah, Wretched is pretty damn cool. I think I discovered it. Grimbeard did a video on the demo on one of the Steam, what do you call it? Next Fest. Ooh, here we are. Oh, we're in the catacombs underneath the castle. So where are we, in Paris? This is pretty cool. Yeah, it's a cool little detail. I like it. We're up to some secret shenanigans, I know that much. Are we going to find the composer and shoot him in the face for having Come to Death playing for the last 10 minutes? I jest. I really want the soundtrack to this game. Because I would love to include it in videos, honestly. I'm kind of a whore for this shit though, so... I love... Well, you probably already noticed in my videos that, yeah, I'm a big fan of video game soundtracks. Kind of a bland admission, but hey, there you go, I guess. Insert HDD. Fuck, they weren't kidding, were they? Oh wow, that is a hard drive. I wasn't sure what to expect then. Alright, I got the HDD. Let me stick it in the slot. Okay. I got the hard drive, but it won't let me slot it in. Eliminate snipers. Oh. I don't need to put it in on this difficulty. I don't need to stick my hard drive in. Penis. Yes, they are. Oh god. I will admit, like, the stigma of copyright-free tracks being cack. Yeah. I hated the era of everyone using Kevin MacLeod style music. Like, if I have to hear that jaunty piano number, I will go postal. If I hear that again in a 2026 video, unironically, there's going to be a problem. Whatever. But, no, most, like, free to use music is pretty fucking good now. But, yeah, I get you. I get your sentiment. I don't know, I think I'm probably lifted this idea mostly from like 4 High Heels and then like Charlie Brooker's screen wipe and all that sort of stuff, because he would use a lot of licensed music in videos. Well, it was a TV show, so not really videos, but you know what I mean. So I always like to have a mood for a certain thing. Like, if I'm taking the piss out of something, it's going to be the gonk. Herbert Chappell's the gonk every time. And I managed to find someone who had a really cool cover of that in MIDI. So, you know, no license problems. And they were very cool, you know. I asked them if I could use that. And then, yeah. And since then, you know, they've messaged me a couple of times saying, you know, thank you for using the video, and also I like your videos, which was pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, like, I like using game music because I've been obsessed with video game OSTs for the longest ass time. Like, most of my memories are tied to game OSTs. I know when Evelyn shares me a track, and if I equate something to a game, she will throttle me, but for quite a lot of stuff, that was my frame of reference, even though I am obsessed with music. I do really resonate with video game soundtracks. I'm trying to find this last sniper, and I can't find him. Oh, what was that? What sort of shot fire then? Oh! Yeah, there you are. Oh, right at the start of the fucking level as well. That's annoying. There you go. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, we're all influenced by it. I remember a few times when I was like, oh, hey, that reminds me of this. Like, oh. But, you know, I'm not doing it. Yeah, we're not doing it maliciously. We're just vamping on it. The old Nia Melon combo. Yeah. Well, yeah, like, especially now where there's been that renaissance of people using drum and bass and jungle and dub and all that in soundtracks. Like, soundtracks have become cool again and become varied and interesting. Like, I wanted to love Sorry We're Closed. Right, I like the game. I think it's pretty good. But in the end, it was kind of disappointing, even though it was like one of my most anticipated games when I covered it, the demo, and then covered the game. The soundtrack, though, is fucking phenomenal. Like, yeah, the title track from Mockingbird is great, but the stuff that was just made for the game, the ambience and all that, the beats and the trap beats and shit, just captured the mood of that game perfectly. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, it just traps. It just captures the mood. And that the soundtrack, even though the game didn't really hit me as hard as I wanted it to, the soundtrack, I fucking love that game, honestly. It is perfect for that mood. And I've used it in quite a lot of videos. Jason! Oh. Yes. The track, I'm still stoked by that, honestly. It was such a... I don't know who came up with the idea first for it. I think I just said about, oh, you know, it would be great to use your music in my videos. I can't remember how that came about, honestly. But when you went off and made that, it was like such a cool thing. Like, oh my god, I want to use this right now. And it's just such a fun thing. I don't know if anyone reacts to it, but the close credits theme, when I hear that Jason go off, it's just matches it perfectly. And yeah, I like, you know, I'm just a slut for music, really. Sounds good, it's in the video. As long as I don't get copyright claimed. Yeah, D&B and stuff. Yeah, I was. And, yeah, I did attempt to try and make my own stuff for videos. And it was fun. But then I quickly realized that if I wanted to make my own music and make videos and do this and do that, it was going to take a lot of time and effort, which at that time I wasn't really wanting to dedicate it to. Like now, I probably would fuck around with a DAW and find out and make something, and yeah, it'd probably be alright. Lying around, I didn't know what to do. Yeah, yeah, I remember. Oh, that's it. I remember now. Yeah, and yeah, you just put the extra bits on it and sent it to me. Like, whoa, that's fucking great. That's so fun. Yeah, it was. And even now, like, every time I put that on, it just brings a smile to my face because we just, you know, we can't, well, the idea came from both of us and something cool came out of it. And yeah, every time I put that track in, it just brings me pride, to be honest. It's cool. Yeah, thanks, Sam. Yeah, I'm probably gonna wrap this up soon as well. Yeah, it was a nice collab, and it's always fun when we can do stuff like that. Our creativity's coming together. Like the Wonder Twins or whatever, like, reference I don't know really, and I shouldn't be using. Like one of those retro nostalgia assholes that cuts to a obvious reference every 30 seconds. God, I miss those YouTubers. Oh yes, I'm going to say something obvious. Cut the Back to the Future clip. Oh, cut the Ghostbusters clip. Like, oh, good grief. Can you just formulate something funny on your own? Sorry, old man yelling at clouds again. And my camera keeps flickering. I don't know why. Sorry. Alright, I think that'll be enough for me today. Thank you all for watching. That was a fun stream. I'm going to go pass out. So to the next stream, whenever that is, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. And yes, next video will be Manhunt. So be hyped, I guess, for that. You know, do that hype thing on YouTube for some reason, which... YouTube can be cringe sometimes. Right, enough waffling. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. You can go away now. Go watch Markiplier or something. Just stop watching this now. Bye.